Hi guys, quick video for you. I wanted to do a video with two things on this video, really important. Firstly, the action plan webinar, you will find details for below in the description right after this video. So if you're watching live, the link won't be there, but any time after that, you'll see the link in the description to get on to the free webinar. And the reason you should consider getting on to the free webinar is it will literally tell you how to move forward. Okay, so a lot of this stuff with Amazon, a lot of the learning stuff, a lot of the courses you do, a lot of the, everything, you can end up, I'm sure you've been here, you can end up with it all in your head and a massive information and you're like, oh my God, I don't know how to use this stuff to move forward. That's what the action plan's about. In the webinar, you're going to get an action plan, a very simple action plan that if you follow it, you will be able to make $500 every week within 30 days. So I've given myself the sort of 30 days to set it up to follow the plan. But after that point, you will make at least $500 every week. Obviously, that's, disclaimers and all stuff. I'm not guaranteeing results, but I'm going to tell you the plan. And I've actually been quite conservative with the number. You can actually make a lot more. But the whole point, you get the point, it's to get you to $500 a week or more within 30 days if you follow the plan. And this is how it works. In the webinar, I'm going to go through this. It's not just a case of just building Amazon sites, sticking tracking on them and hoping for the best. The action plan will get you moving forward with a few different things, not masses of things, not like harder work or anything like that, but a few different things focusing on these points. Number one, bringing you money in quickly, okay, so not waiting for your Amazon sites to get ranked. Number two, working out that the sites that you are ranking, you can build up into authority sites with good niches and so on. And number three, having some sites that you sort of residually, like the Bud Lee jump ropes, like the portable ice makers, like the gaming chair one, which sort of turned into an authority site, but having these sites working for you. But the key thing is this: having a plan in front of you that you can print out, that you know, this is my question to you, and if you, depending how you answer this is why you should join the webinar and who it will help. Do you have a structured plan in front of you right now with your money targets and know exactly how to get there? If you don't and you want to learn how to do that with Amazon affiliates, join the webinar. It's totally free to do so. That's the first thing. It's going to take place on Thursday. I forget the date because this is live, but this week, it's Tuesday now, so it's going to take place on Thursday this week. The dates and everything are on the page below in the link anyway, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't attend, it will be recorded, but you'll want to attend. I've got something special in there as well. Also, what I've done is I've put a special offer, excuse me, for 4 weeks training to go with the webinar. And let me explain this. This is really important, okay? And I'm not going to spend ages on it. But as you're following that action plan, I'm going to explain things like, it's going to be quite fast paced. So I'm going to give you all the help you need, but it's going to be, this is what I mean. So in your PDF file, you will have things like, right, what you need to do is build 3 sites. You need to get this many, excuse me, this many pages on them. You need to do this, you need to do that. If you don't know how to do those things, I've put another link below to the 4-week training, and what the 4-week training does, I'll let you view the video on that page. So below you'll find the link to the webinar, and you'll also see another link to this training. The training expands on the action plan and will go through the skills that you need. I'll give you an example. Everything to do with building the sites and exactly what you need to do. Everything to do with the pieces of content that you'll have on your sites, the different pieces of content. And when you get to flipping sites, look, I understand you don't have to flip sites, okay? But if you're sat there with no money coming in at all, I highly recommend, we're going to be speaking about in the action webinar, you don't have to have a flipping business. And that sounded like swearing, but you know what I mean. You don't have to be a full-time flipper. But I recommend, if you've got no money coming in and you need money now, you can build. The beauty of this stuff is you can build really quickly as many sites as you need. So there's no limits to this stuff, and they're not wasted if you're doing stuff with them. So I'll give you an example really quickly because I don't want to make this video too long. The portable power generator site, I'll show you again that today. I'll do another video later. 7 pieces of content now, and it's starting to get some really, really good rankings. I'm not saying this. It's made sales. That's 7 pages. So when I have people that go, oh, Chris, I don't want to flip sites. I don't want to. And I'll be honest because I want to help you. It's the wrong mindset. You want to be not working your ass off, okay? So I'm not on about working like a Trojan and working 12-hour days, 14-hour days. But I'm on about this. Out of a week, and this is what we're going to go through in the webinar. What actions are you taking that will specifically make money? So that's what all the webinars about. It's getting you with your Amazon site. It's a different sort of mindset. And instead of plodding along, tweaking things, changing the header, changing the theme, doing keyword research, doing niche research, let's change that and get you moving forward so you're making money quickly. And then you can reinvest that money into your business and get... Once you're making money, whether you're flipping sites, starting to make sales, once you've got money coming in, you can reinvest that money into outsourcing content. I've got a bit more to speak about on that. But my point is, without going on, I've put a link to the webinar below. Make sure you get in because we're going to go through this all on Thursday. And a special offer for the 4 weeks training. It will be available on the webinar, but not at that price. The 4 weeks training in a nutshell is this, because there's a video on it. I'll put it below. It takes the points that we're going to be going through in the action plan. So when you get to, right, I recommend you flip a site, do this, set the price point at this. What if you've never done a flipper listing? What if you still haven't, I'm not knocking it, but what if you still haven't got to grips with the theme settings and so on? You'll want to get in on the training. 4-week training in a Facebook group, ridiculously cheap. It's not, it's going to go up in price. Check it out below. I've put a video and it goes through exactly what you get. But really what it is making sure that you have the skills that you need to move forward. The only reason that this action plan in the webinar would not work for you is if you don't have the skills. You don't need masses of skills, but if you're still stuck on WordPress and the settings, if you're still stuck on how to write content, if you're still stuck on the process, this is all fine, but if that's the case, you can't move forward until you know what you're doing. And the key thing is, this is really, really important, to get there without making it a mess in your head, okay? Not loads of information and loads of stuff. Using the action plan, saying, what do I need to get past today so I can move forward? If you do that every day, I've got more coming up in the webinar on this, so I think it will really, really help you. Here's who it's for. If you're willing to work, if you genuinely want to do this, if you want the coaching, okay? So the webinar is a bit like a coaching session. If you want the coaching, giving you the action plan, and if you want the training so you can actually move forward. I'll give you an example. In the 4-week training, week 4 will be specifically giving you the flipper template that you need so you can sell sites easily. Week 1 goes through niches and how to make sure that you've got really, really good niches. So check that out below. It's ridiculously cheap. I've put it at discounted price, but only until the webinar. When it's sold at the webinar, it will be $100 for the 4-week training. At the moment, you can get in cheaper than that, and I think it will really, really help you. So you don't need it, okay, if you just want to wait to the webinar and you want to follow this stuff. But my main aim in 2018, as I say, is not messing around for your sake and for mine, okay? I've been teaching this stuff a long time now, and I want to help you. But if you're still struggling with WordPress, if you're still struggling with content creation, which are struggles that always go on, let's move forward. Let's start making some money. Let's get past those hurdles and do it. Get to the point. I'll just say this and then I'll sign off because this is a really good example. I got an email yesterday. I won't say any names. I'm waiting to hear back from him whether I can use his email as a testimonial, because I like to ask. I didn't want to just, you know. But it's really cool. I don't get enough of these because people that are succeeding don't really contact me. What they do is they go off, they probably view all my free stuff. They don't pay, like they don't buy my course. They probably view all these YouTube videos. They go off, and he actually said, Chris, you built me a site last year. Here's the site. I'm I'll just give you a bit of context. He'd seen another YouTube video for me, you know, that little one I did with the action plan, really, really simplified. And he said, I like the idea of that action plan. I'm going to get going on it. Here's a site you built for me last year. It's consistently making sales. I loaded up the site and he'd put about, I gave it to him, it was a 5-page site. He's got about 15 pages on it, consistently making sales. In the bank, not a huge site or anything. The simple thing is, if you have 10, 20 or 30 of them working for you, or if you have 5 big authority sites, or if you have no sites working for you, but you just flip them every week and you have a timetable done to actually do it, or if you've got a hybrid of all these things, that's where the money is. Let's get you taking the actions. And if there's a learning curve, check out the 4 weeks training below. I've got Azon Prestige as well. But let's make this simple. I know I've got a lot of stuff. I know I go on and on. Let's get you taking the actions that will make money. There's no reason, if you're sat there going, oh, I just wish I could get this to work. It will be on the actions, and there will either be a learning curve, or you need to, it's either the learning curve, or you need to just take action on stuff. And I know, look, this is all psychological stuff. I'm not saying it's easy, okay? Because I struggle with this stuff. As you start taking action, you'll go, it's difficult because you've never done it before. So you can get to the point in your head where you're going, oh, I don't know whether this is going to work. Look, when I set up that portable power generator from scratch and the gaming chair one and everything, I don't know whether they're going to rank. And I just do it. And I know wholeheartedly, hand and heart, writing content, the monotony of it, uploading, what if this doesn't get indexed? What if this doesn't... We're going to talk about this on the webinar, the mindset behind it, but I want to get you moving. My whole goal is to get you moving forward faster in 3 months than most people do in a year, starting with the first month, like really, really rocking. So I'm really, really excited. I hope that made sense. I've tried to give it as simply as possible. Check out the link below for the webinar registration. When you get in on the webinar, you will be sent, okay, so it's got the webinar registration. You'll be sent an email and it says, because it's just done through Aweber, it says, please confirm your subscription. You need to make sure you look out for that email and click the link, otherwise you won't get the webinar details. I've also put a link below to the 4 weeks training. Check that out. I think you'll really like it. It's to go hand in hand with the action plan. Special offer only on before the webinar. So if you wait to the webinar, it will be $99. Get in now if you want that, if you need that extra help. I'd love to have you. It's a Facebook group. It's open now, only to members. And we're going to be covering, I promise, to keep it simple. And here's another promise that I'm going to try and keep. To keep it short, I'm going to shorten these videos up. I know this one is quite a long one, but I want you taking the steps. I want you, this is my vision for you, or vision for you. Instead of all this stuff, videos, courses, emails coming through, loads of stuff. Look, niche, site, traffic on SEO, sales or not. If not sales, we just look at the site. What are you ranking for? Do more of that. Get more traffic. Are they clicking through? Yes, no. If they're not, we add more banners and make sure that they click through. Yes, you've got a site that sells. Now you've got sales coming in. Now you've got options. You can sell the site. You can build it up. You can build another one in the same niche and link it to it. Let's get moving on this plan. Let's get moving and make some money. Okay, guys, so I'll stop hammering the point. Check out the webinar and check out the 4 week training, and I'd love to have you with me. Cheers for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.